Greetings, my name is Tingwei Lee, currently a rising sophomore studying history and political science at Boston University, and today I will be speaking about animal representation in war by discussing first about the Animals in War Memorial and then animals as companions during wartime from a National Army Museum exhibit. From the research of animals in war through the perspectives of Stephen Johnston, Ian Jack, Jennifer Parker Starbuck, and Judith Baumel Schwartz, I will review some of my thoughts regarding the concept of commemoration and dedications to animal in war. The Animals in War Memorial, located on an enclave between two streets outside of Hyde Park in London, conceived by sculptor David Backhouse and unveiled to the general public on November 24, 2004, has been the subject of admiration and scrutiny. According to the Animals in War Memorial website, the design of the monument was supposed to represent the animal's burden through bronze castings of several animals, a wall, and the inscription, "They had no choice." The first set of animals represented is of two bronze mules approaching the wall, which has a slight opening. Behind the wall contains a dog looking back through the split of the wall, and that of a horse facing away from the wall. Symbolically, the entire monument represents the struggles, introspection, and the future of animals in our memories as humans. Johnston argued that this mode of representation is simply too weak to convey such a message. According to Johnston, the mere fact that the inscription "they had no choice" is antithetical to the point of the monument because the language itself is debasing animals as equals to humans, as in animals are treated as piteous creatures. Jack's sarcastic and satirical critique of the monument highlights the vagueness of the language surrounding "they had no choice." Jack cites that humans in war usually don't have a choice either. In my opinion, it is incumbent upon us to recognize that we are not inherently superior to animals. For example, humans can't handle the load of mules, run as fast as horses, or fly without machinery like birds can. On the Animals in War monument walls, all three of these animals are represented through bas-relief carvings on the wall. The inscription, "They had no choice," therefore, is unnecessary and even inappropriate because I believe the monument itself should be able to convey that message. I think the monument, however, is creative in the extrapolation of modernist principles of the design of the monument, which strengthens the message of animals in war as a concept. However, the rather abstract nature of the monument leaves me doubtful, sharing the same sentiments as Baumel Schwartz's research and observation. The question in my mind, as well as hers, is will passerbys be able to acknowledge the magnitude of the sacrifices animals have made in human conflicts? Perhaps "they had no choice" was the only way to convey the tragedy of Animals in War Memorial to passersby. Although I believe that the physical monument itself should do the talking more so than an inscription. During my visit to the National Army Museum in London, I came across an exhibit that stopped me from moving along. I saw the model, or maybe a stuffing, of a cat on display. Upon closer inspection, I realized that this is an exhibit on animals as companions in war. The exhibit itself is quite small, but what it is lacking in size, it draws with its unique message. The exhibit at the National Army Museum, in contrast to the Animals in War Memorial, had, in my opinion, a refreshing take on life in war for both animals and humans. According to the exhibit, many animals, cats and dogs for example, are displaced in war, and soldiers adopted these homeless animals as pets. Both humans and pets stood to benefit from this arrangement. Pets are taken care of by humans, and in turn, these pets provide psychological comfort through affection, especially in these times of war. Parker Starbuck, from my examination of her work, noted that the relationship between animals and humans is, scientifically speaking, symbiotic. I agree with Parker Starbuck's assessment in that our relationship with animals, pets especially, is an unintended but mutual consequence of nature. Whether it's a rational or irrational arrangement, we care much for our animals, even if we humans can do no justice with our actions of sending them to war. After examining the commemoration of animals in war through research and exploration of these two sites, I have learned that humans are not in the superior category of the kingdom of Animalia, but rather in a cliche comparison, I believe humans and animals are the different sides of the same proverbial coin. We tend to forget that war permeates through all aspects of life and that animals are a part of our lives. It is hard to live without animals, in my opinion. Animals serve to inspire us, and their sacrifices will never be forgotten. especially through these monuments. Getting to explore and venture out allowed me to see for myself how society ultimately perceives animals and, of course, their importance to us in our lives and in war.